Today we'll discuss how to solve a transportation problem under northwest corner rule method. Okay, so this is extra here. Okay, so northwest corner rule method. We'll take this problem. Okay, so we are going to find out the initial basic feasible solution. Basic feasible feasible solution using this northwest corner rule. Okay. So now, under northwest corner rule, we are going to choose uh, the northwest corner. Every time in the matrix, we are going to select the northwest corner cell. So now in this, okay, if you see the matrix, there are three sources, 1, 2 and 3. There are 4 destinations, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So destination 1 requires 200 units, destination 2 requires 225 units, destination 3 275 units, destination 4 requires 250 units. And source 1 has 250 units to supply, source 2 has 300 units to supply, and source 3 has 400 units to supply. So the first thing what we have to check is whether the total demand and the total supply balances. So we are going to add this demand and supply. So if we add these two, this 1 2 3 4 quantities, it is equal to 950 units. And if we add these three, 250 plus 300 plus 400, then also we'll get 950 units. So it is a balanced transportation problem. Okay, so now we'll proceed further. So the total quantity or the total is 950. Okay, now we'll select the northwest corner cell, that is 11, and we'll compare the demand corresponding to that particular cell 200, supply corresponding to that particular cell is 250. We compare these two amounts and we'll select the minimum. So minimum of the two is 200 and we are going to allocate 200 here. Okay, so once you allocate the minimum, that is 200, we are going to deduct the amount from the demand as well as the supply corresponding to that particular cell. So 200 minus 200, 0. 250 minus 200 is 50. So when the demand or the row becomes 0, we have to cancel the corresponding column or row values. So for example, now the column D1 has become 0. So we have to cancel the other elements in that column. Okay, so now the remaining matrix, the northwest corner cell is 13. So we'll select this 13. So now we'll take the values. The demand is 225 and the supply units is 50. So we compare these two and the minimum is 50 that we'll allocate to this cell. So once we allocate, we deduct that much from the corresponding demand units and also the corresponding supply quantity. So now 50 minus 50 is 0. 225 minus 50, it is 175. Okay, so now S1 row becomes 0. The other elements in the row should be cancelled because there is nothing remaining to allocate further. So S1 row becomes 0. Other elements will be cancelled. So now in the remaining matrix, the northwest corner is 18. So we'll take 18. The corresponding column demand, D2 demand remaining to be satisfied is 175 and the available quantity is 300. So the minimum is 175. We are going to allocate here 175. Once you allocate the quantities, then we'll deduct it from the corresponding units of that column or row. So 175 minus 175, it is 0. 300 minus 175, 125. Now D2 column becomes 0. The other element remaining 24 will be cancelled. So now remaining is 14, 13, 10 and 10. So we'll select the northwest corner, that is 14. In that cell 14, there is 125 in the row and the column demand is 275. So 275 and 125, the minimum is 125. So we allocate 125, and once we allocate 125, we have to deduct that much from the column, that corresponding column demand, and also the corresponding rows supply, that quantity what is available. So 125 minus 125, this is 0. 275 minus 125, the remaining is 150. Okay, 150. So now S2 row becomes 0. The other element in that row is cancelled. Now the remaining is 13 and 10. We'll take 13. So the northwest corner, and here D3 column there is 150 and S3 row there is 400. So we compare 150 and 400. 150 is the minimum, so we'll allocate. Now 150 minus 150 is 0. So D3 column becomes 0. 400 minus 150, the remaining is 250. Okay. Now the last element, the S3 D4 cell, that is 10 is remaining, and there is 250 in the column, 250 in the row. We allocate it, so it is 250. So 250 minus 250 is 0. Here it becomes 0. So we have made all positive allocations to all these cells. So now we have got the allocations, and we have to calculate the transportation cost. So transportation cost is equal to 200 into 11. 200 into 11 plus 13 into 50 into 30. 13 plus 175 into 18. 175 into 18 plus 125 into 14 plus 150 into 13 plus 250 into 10. So what we are multiplying here is, we are multiplying the price with the quantity. That is, what is given in each cell is the price per unit of transporting. So for transporting 1 unit, how much it costs, that is the price given in each cell. And what we have allocated is the quantities to each cell. So per unit into the quantity, we get the cost. So if we add up these, then we'll get the total cost of transporting. So the total cost is equal to 2200 Okay, so the total transportation cost here is 12,200 rupees. Okay, this is how we find out the transportation cost and the basic feasible solution in case of uh, northwest corner rule. Okay.